Hey folks, it's Krishna back at you with another tip. In this particular video, I'm going to share with you a quick way to make your artwork have a more vintage, worn out type of look. And this is just one out of several methods that I use, but I thought I'd go ahead and share it with you. So this is what the cover would look like normally, and this is what it looks like when it looks more vintage. So how did I get that look? Well, there's something called paper textures. High resolution paper textures are available at great places like designcuts.com or creativemarket.com. I'll put links to those in the description. These are sites that have resources for designers, and typically they're just a few bucks, or maybe 10, 15 bucks, and you get a bevy of really high resolution paper textures. And I just have a few here that I want to go ahead and share with you. I've got like folders upon folders, and depending upon the type of paper textures that you download, some of them might be available as a PSD file where you just simply drag your art on a layer underneath the layer that contains the paper effect, or you might just find high resolution JPEGs. I'll just pick something like this. Let's take a look and see. I've got a few, and I like the effects when they're not super crazy. So this Paper Stains 10 looks pretty interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply drag that JPEG onto my file. And I'm going to first rotate it. I'm going to make sure that I've got the transform tool set and rotate it so that it's in portrait mode. And then I can scale this guy out. I'll scale to fit, and you can always adjust the size of this. I typically recommend covering the entire canvas with this. And now what we can do is we can take this layer and we can look at some of the layer styles that you can choose from. You can try multiply is always a good first start. But you can also experiment with some of these other ones like linear burn. Some of them just kind of give you a very blown out look, so I don't really recommend that. And in some cases, if you use something like soft light, you can get this kind of like, very faded look. And hue is really cool in a lot of these cases because you can actually make a cover look monochromatic. This particular paper texture, it's not so hot because it creates this green streak. So I wouldn't use this particular one for that hue effect. But generally speaking, multiply is what you want to do. Short and sweet, you can always toggle it on or off. Sometimes I'll go ahead and put like a mint condition cover right next to an aged version. I kind of like stuff like that. I'm a big comics nerd. So that's where I get my inspiration from. So hopefully you found this tip to be helpful. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.